Welcome to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games, talk game design, and we're playing more TumbleSeed. This time I'm playing, so I'm probably gonna die just as fast as Nathan.
If you do, I will be ashamed.
Yeah, me too. I've been playing this a lot, and I'm trying to get good. And at one point, I think I was ranked 12 on the global leaderboard. Maybe it was only the daily score, because they have a daily system in this game too, which I think is pretty appropriate.
I think that's good. It gives you more incentive to keep playing. Reminds me a bit of Nuclear Throne in that regard.
Yeah, and honestly, I really like the subtle competitive nature of the game, because I really want more of my friends to play this game so I could be like, see how much better I am than you.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's fun though, I really like that. So one thing that I think that they did that I'm very fond of is that they didn't really track, I mean, they do track playtime, but they also don't. They don't make it a big deal, and I think that's important because the game mechanics themselves really require the player to be patient.
Absolutely. I was actually going to ask that if they had a thing in place for that.
Like, they do, but they don't make it a big deal. And I think that's really important, because, like, it's still nice to know what my total playtime was. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You don't need the flaxseed. The flaxseed's not good in the early game.
Well, hey, I only took 1 damage, so it could have been worse. That's all I got. But yeah, patience. It's a thing. It's one of the few things I'm good at, too, so maybe I won't be horrible at this game. Makes it a little bit harder for an exciting Let's Play.
I mean, yeah, but luckily we're not doing exciting Let's Plays.
Yup.
He's gonna get you. Oh, you suck.
Whatever.
Go get yourself a heart.
I got 2 hearts now, look at that. So hearts, you don't just get 1 heart every single time you hit one of these patches.
It's every 4, right?
Yeah.
It's every 4, and it's not like, there's not like a limitation on it, I assume, at all?
I'm sure there is at a certain point. If you get like 20 hearts, it's probably like, you have enough, stop it.
How many have you gotten up to?
I think the most I've gotten was 8, maybe 9. At a certain point, you stop counting because you're too worried about everything else going on around you. The first zone of the game is absolutely like these are both good. I'm gonna go with Boomerang though, because I tend to be
so what are they? Boomerang, what's the other one?
So actually, you know what? I will show you. So this little zone, and these guys are here to be like, enter this portal to warp to the test chamber above. There you may practice your power. In other words, before you buy, you may try.
Why would they put the try past the buy section though?
So that if you don't care about trying, like say you already kind of know everything, at a certain point it doesn't matter. So it's better to have it not in the way. That said, like, it's totally, oh hey look, we completed the quest through the test zone. I don't know, I guess early game, maybe it's expected that you're more likely to explore. So having it be above the buy area is you're more likely to find it, right? And you see those guys up there, so it's kind of like, oh, I want to go talk to them and see what they're all about.
I guess.
I do think that it's better for the long game in that it doesn't become something that's just like annoying in the way, you know?
Yeah.
So the ball and chain, or the flail one, it basically just spins a flail as you roll around. This one spits out a boomerang in the direction that you hit the seed pad on. But I like the boomerang because you get more range and you don't actually need to move in order for it to deal damage. The flail, it doesn't actually spin around until you're moving, which can be very difficult if you are in a tight spot.
I can see both being useful in different regards.
Yeah, and I like the boomerang a lot too, especially because it only costs 1 shard. I guess that also costs 1 shard, but there's a lot of attack seeds that require like 5 or more. It's just like, you get a lot of seeds. Oop, don't want that. There we go. You get a lot of shards at a certain point, especially if you get really good at killing enemies. So like that stops being a problem of affording it. Then it's just a matter of like, do you have to keep using it and wasting it, or do you can you regularly get kills with it? But this first zone is 100% like resource gathering zone. I'm gonna pause real quick.
Okay, let's go.
Back. Eddie's here.
Shut up, Eddie.
Shut up, Eddie. You're not in this episode.
So, from playing an unnecessary amount of Nuclear Throne in my day, and just a lot of roguelikes in general, Enter the Gungeon, like just like other actual like roguelikes, like not roguelites, I suppose.
Come on, hit him.
You missed.
Please,
now he's gonna get you.
Please.
Now he's gonna get you.
Oh,
You should have thought about this before you lived. Yep. Bye bye. All the way back. All the way back.
No.
Goodbye.
This is my weakness. Is right here.
Still
So
alive.
enemies that follow you are absolutely one of the crueler things in this game. And in Zone 1, we only really have those flying guys.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're the little dudes that jump around, but they don't actually follow you. They kind of just randomly move around. But those flyers, man.
Oh yeah.
And they're slow too, but they still get me.
Well, they're patient though. That's what I was gonna mention. So from playing so many roguelikes, like speed is usually a degree to some factor. Not necessarily that you need to go fast, but people tend to play faster once they get better because they are trying to like play as many times as they possibly can. And
That's
this
true.
does not seem to be like this. Doesn't. Oh, you did.
Nope.
Oh. This does not seem to be a necessary skill to have in this game at all. Like you mentioned already, going like being patient, but
I mean, so it gets to a point, right? Like the next zone, if I survive this run, we'll start to see that there are a lot more enemies that follow you. And so it gets to a point where you have to get fast. Otherwise, you're just going to get bombarded by enemies as they slowly creep toward you. Unless you're just good at killing them. In this case, I was not good at killing him, so I got killed almost.
that's why just because you ignore your spikes, man. You don't like your thorns, and your thorns are key.
So I like the thorns, but they deal such a small amount of damage that I tend to not use them.
So they wouldn't kill him in one hit?
I don't think so. I could be wrong on that guy, but I'm kind of just trained to not use thorns because...
I would expect beginning level, you would be able to kill things in one hit with them.
I mean, that's true. I don't often struggle with zone... I was hoping I could do it. I don't generally struggle a horrible amount on Zone 1, but... I mean... I can only really make that claim so strongly right now.
Do you ever, like, upgrade certain abilities or anything?
No. Every ability is just straight up new, as far as I know.
Are there any shape changes to your figure? Any speed changes?
That was the one thing that you said in between episodes
Like,
that I
is
really
there,
want
like,
to
a
talk
way
about.
you can make your seed smaller but faster so, like, it kind of balances out?
I don't think so.
Did he just give you something?
So he was like, good job, you completed the quest, and now we have to die and then come back for us to start the next quest. So I think that's kind of the game's way of being like, the quests aren't super important, you don't like worry about them, just keep playing the game because you're gonna die a lot. Which I think that's okay. These guys, I don't think I want to touch them, but sometimes the seed points will already have a plant on them, and if you roll over them, they'll just like give you the ability of the plants.
Where did that guy come from?
So what happened is every now and then there'll be a little mole that'll pop out and create a new hole. Kind of like the snake guys that just burrow new holes. So I think what happened was I went up and I started the timer on it because it shows a little timer of like, it starts ticking down, and then when it hits 0, the mole guy pops out. So it's supposed to give you that, like, hey, if you're paying attention, you can avoid them. But what I think happened in my case was I went up, I started the timer, but immediately went back down, so I didn't see it. And so I just kind of missed it, and then he came out and then hurt me. That's okay.
There's one down there. You should go create a flag there. Go create a flag.
I'm going to create a flag in the one up.
Okay.
But
I'm going to direct you on what to make. It'll be fun. You're going to listen to the noob.
Another important thing in the UI, actually, you notice, so there's that little center platform, right, that kind of shows where TS is going to land. Whether he's in flight or whether he's like, I don't know, rolling around, right? Like, he's always going to be centered with that platform. But in the middle of it is a line, and that's your balance point.
Oh.
See, this is the mole guy. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. So that's really nice if you need to fine-tune which direction you're rolling, because if you're, I mean, it's really tiny, right? So it's kind of hard to see, but it's a good way of knowing whether you're going to be slightly rolling to the left or to the right.
All spore.
I don't actually know what this guy does.
Why didn't you go test it out?
Because I know I don't want the bomb. The bomb will absolutely kill me, because I will plant it and I will not roll away fast enough because I'm too slow.
You were always not one for the big bang things.
That's what I'm saying, man.
What just happened? What is...
Oh, I guess I just like...
You can shoot lasers out of your head?
Yes. Well, he like...
Why don't you hit somebody?
Oh, it's only up and down. Oh, yeah. Interesting. So a lot of other abilities, it's usually based on the rotation, right? So like... Oh,
your ability ran out.
So normally it's like, because I'm, angled this way, it's going to shoot diagonally, right? But like in this case, it's always shooting vertically.
That is strange. Especially because it looks like it should be changing.
It does kind of look like it should be, though I like it mechanically because there aren't a lot of things that let you do that. And having the ability to always shoot in one direction means that you don't have to worry about your current rotation.
It's a lot more predictable to...
Exactly. Yeah. I can work around that a lot easier. That's the same reason I don't use the flail, because it's very difficult to be accurate with it.
But it looks awesome.
It looks so cool.
I mean, we went over this too with, what was it called? Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. I love the flail, and you were like, toward it.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought I liked the flail, and you were like... You were like,
oh, maybe,
no.
You know what? No, maybe you're right. You know what the flail was awesome in? The old Gundam video games. You could get I mean, they're pretty big. But anyway, you can get a flail and like just start beating robots with it. And just something about beating other robots to death with a flail is very satisfying.
I mean, that's not surprising to me.
Oh, you suck.
I did that to myself.
You should create a flag.
But I only have one gem left. Okay, fine. But I'm probably so close to the top.
Fine. Whatever, man.
Oh, you're probably right.
I know.
Stupid Chris is stupid. Alright, here we go.
I believe in you. Oh.
So one thing that they do is when you get a new seed, it will default your currently equipped seed to that seed, which makes sense, like, logically, right? Because, like, this is the thing you picked up. In a lot of games, they're just, like, auto-equip. That makes sense, right? But I find in TumbleSeed it can be really frustrating because I'll accidentally always spend my gems coming out of those underground zones on something that I didn't need yet. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I'll keep the heart on basically as long as I have gems in my inventory.
You probably shouldn't be talking on YouTube about how you like to keep your heart on.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, man.
Gross.
Why would you leave it there? So this is the first town outside of town. We can find dudes like this where he's like, welcome to the bank. Invest 8 crystals and I will make you 1.5 times next time I see you. So if I spend 15 crystals there...
Then you get 1.5 what?
I think he gives us 12 when we see him again. I haven't actually successfully done that yet. So I'm assuming...
So you haven't got to the second world yet?
No, I've gotten there. I just haven't spent crystals with him and made it to the next zone.
Ah.
For just a nickel, you could be a gunslinger, step up and big money ahead. Sniff out all the targets and get rich. So if I had 5 crystals and a seed that lets me shoot projectiles, I could shoot at that range.
Is this building going to show up every time you come to this town?
No, these buildings are randomized too.
Fun.
There are different challenges. So the one that I usually do is it's like, here's a bunch of holes. Try to collect all or hit all these buttons before the time runs out, and then you get all the gems or the crystals that you keep.
Are those pants?
I wish, but it's better. Vampire aura. So I'll recover hearts as I kill enemies, which is super
Now you don't need
nice.
the heart one anymore.
Well, I do.
Hey man, the best defense is a good offense.
I mean, that's true, but it's only going to work so well because if I take 1 damage, I drop this, and then I got to go pick it up again.
Don't take 1 damage. Did you not hear me? The best defense is a good offense.
Good
If you're
idea.
getting hit, that means your offense sucks.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong.
I know.
But you're still wrong.
Well, we are probably should stop here because I forgot to turn the timer back on. But
You think we're at time? I think we still have like 5 minutes, man.
you think so?
I think we have it.
All right, man. All right,
I
we
need
can go
3
for it.
gems for that.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Sucks
Besides,
to
I
suck.
probably will die here.
Oh. You have 4 hearts.
I mean, I'm doing okay so
As long
far.
as you have me to make sure that you're making flags, I think you'll be fine.
I mean,
risky.
to be fair, that is kind of the main thing that kills me every time is I get too gung-ho, and then I take like 4 damage in one run, and I'm like, but I was doing so well. I love the art, by the way. We haven't
I
talked a lot
wonder how this game would pass my speed test.
Which is...
Well, you know, like one of the first ways to always try to break a game is don't play it how the designers expected you to play it.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, obviously playing it slow and patient is the way they would like you to.
For the most part.
Would it be, how does the game hold up if you just rush through the first like 2 areas as fast as possible to get to those second areas? Does that give you any benefit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because normally you'd get like an extra ability or something like that for like every time you reach a new level.
Mm-hmm.
So would that be
I mean,
any beneficial at all?
I imagine
I guess is what I'm saying.
really what it would be is you would have faster play cycles, which could mean that you just like find better randomized seeds. But you would probably die more often because, you know,
You should probably switch up to
game's
shards.
hard.
So I noticed that you've been focusing a lot on hearts.
Because you take damage a lot, man.
Well, if you plant more flags, you take less damage,
Unless
and
you
the
get hit
more
by
flags,
enemies.
then don't get hit by enemies. Instead, pick up shards.
I mean, that's fair. I'm gonna do this though, and then I'm gonna go down here. Check this shit out.
What?
Bam! I get new upgrades, and I'm gonna get this boomerang again because I might actually be able to kill things with this and get more hearts. Because yeah, interesting that it's the same pairing as it was that other time too. That doesn't happen
different
a lot.
order.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's see if I can.
Let's keep in mind, you need to kill enemies to activate your vampire aura.
Come on.
Boom.
Yes. Oh, did I get a heart?
Boom.
I might have actually gotten a heart from that.
I think you did.
Oh, but I didn't get any gems from him. That's the compromise. Oh,
You don't. That's fine. You get gems off of the basic things,
I mean, that's true.
and then you kill the enemies with the superpowers, and then you get the hearts.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
I know. Duh.
Duh. Oh God, there's another one. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is not a good time to generate crystals.
And use the thorns.
I don't have any.
Use the thorn man. Use the thorn man.
Crystals. I don't have any crystals.
Why don't? Then go get.
All right. Check this out. I'm gonna get this crystal. Or I'm not. All right. Or I'm really just gonna. Boop.
You suck at this game.
Nope. I'm doing great. Check this out. Check this out. All right. Whoa. All right. Come on. Yes. And back around. Come on. Yes. This is how you play TumbleSeed.
You suck at this game.
I do. I still suck at this. Oh, no. Spiders are the meanest. I don't like the snake guys, but spiders, I don't know what it is, man, but I can't like I can't
Maybe
do
you
it.
just got arachnophobia.
Maybe I do.
You got tons of shards. What do you mean you have no shards?
Well, now I do because I picked up. So they're orange. I think they're orange. I'm colorblind. I don't know.
They're like a amber, like a yellow orangish.
Those are worth 3. And those start showing up more often, especially when you kill enemies.
That is the benefit to rushing through.
Is getting away from guys,
No, well, I mean that too.
because that's definitely a thing.
It's it'd be like the equivalent of the what do they call it? The invincible dash or something like that. Oh, Invincidash.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's
Everything's fine.
in Mario. Whenever you get hurt, you would just run as fast as you could
Oh,
to that
speed
part
boosting?
of the speed boosting. Speed boosting?
Yeah, or damage boosting. That's
There
what
you
it's
go.
called. Speed boosting.
It's like that's kind of a generic term.
That has nothing to do with taking damage.
Well done, you got to this part.
Woo!
All because I told you to make some flags.
Hey man, it's
Which you
better
totally
than
did.
it's better than. Yeah, it didn't even come up. This is what happens. I plant a flag and then I don't need it. Every time, man.
Oh, welcome to roguelikes, dude.
I know. Well, that's why I stopped planting flags, and then I go get killed, and then I'm like, damn it, why didn't I plant any flags?
We are definitely at time. What's bounce friend? Gain a friend who bounces around the screen dealing damage. Sounds
So
good.
this will replace my get a heart when I kill enemies randomly.
But
Bounce friend goes around the screen, and if he touches an enemy, it will deal damage. Not necessarily killing, but in some enemies, they're big enough where he hits it multiple times, and then you kill it. Downside of guys like this is they will hurt the player too.
oh my.
Yeah.
What about the eyes? What are the
Oh, yeah, I should have talked about that. So basically, if you have 2 seeds that you don't really want, which I do really want Boomerang, but I could use Tall Spore. Actually, I'll do it. I'll get rid of my thorns. Right, I have to sit on
Okay,
it.
guys, sit on the button.
The TumbleSeeds and the patience. All right, so boom, I threw my thorns up there, and I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Now, I sacrifice these 2, but I get a new guy, and this is actually really good. This is a stopwatch. It slows down everything.
Ooh.
So when you're running away in a panic, be like, and I'm outie.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
For me coming up with that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, to make you do that.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. You did it.
So that's about all we have time for today.
One more episode at least?
Probably, yeah.
Because I want to see how far I can take this one. I don't usually get to zone 3 this easy.
Just quit the game on you.
Oh yeah, there's a thing up here that I don't know what it is. But
The
I
thing
feel
that
like,
you're on right now?
Yeah, I feel like we got to connect this, and something magical happens. But this is like secrets of the game kind of thing.
Ooh.
Like you have to be playing this game for a long time and know its nooks and crannies.
Reminds me a lot of Hyper Light Drifter. Like you're
Ooh, I
looking
can
at the
see
level,
that.
like trying to figure out what it is you need. Yeah. Secrets. Anyway.
Question of the day: should we talk about the enemy design, or maybe the patience-inspired like game design philosophy, and then what they do to break that?
Yeah.
How do they utilize the patient playing? Because I think the mechanics of the game naturally encourages the player to play patiently, but they do things to make you not play patiently. And the enemies are the obvious ones, but like, what do you think that they're doing?
That's a long question, but yeah, we'll probably streamline it. And
Concise.
okay, see you around.
Bye, everyone.